Anyways, it's like always messing around with that shit. But so, anyways,
Yeah,
what have you guys been
How
up
was
to?
your journey, man?
It was cool. It was
yeah.
cool. I like didn't spend a couple of days in like Washington. I have like cousins over there, and they had like little kids, and we went to like this like farm. It was cool.
Go ahead,
What have
man.
you been up to, Streamer D?
I've been working hard, man. Like, still working. But it's like I'm looking for new stuff too. Discovering some projects.
Yeah.
Meeting, like, starting a research, by the way. I shared with you, like, last time.
Okay.
There
Cool.
was like something. Yeah. Uh, how
Sounds
was,
good.
like, what kind of farm you were
Um,
there?
it was.
Awesome. We got
When
some
I
job.
was a kid,
Uh huh.
I went out to play with friends the whole day, and we just grabbed fruits from the
Oh,
trees
Yeah.
all the time.
nice.
We it was that easy.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, it
Similar,
was yeah.
but not in the cities, but in my hometown.
Nothing in the city.
Not
The
in the
city.
city. Yeah, small cities, there are
No.
You know what?
some stuff
This
like
kind
that.
of this something I've been thinking about, and I think all of us will have fun with this. Is like creating like a soundscape, and it could be like different things. But
Yeah.
like, and then like later maybe we'll associate that with the different regions of the flower. But just like right now, just like I don't know. I was listening to your song earlier. I liked it. It was good. Yeah, you have more songs you're working on, right? Within the band.
Yeah, I have another, and I believe it is gonna be a 4 song EP.
Okay.
At the moment, it could change, but yeah,
Nice.
still working.
Can,
Well,
can we listen? Can we listen one of them? Maybe you put to listen
yeah,
once.
Satori just shared the link on our
Yeah, in the
private
group chat.
chat.
Yeah, in the group chat.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah, play it. It's
Do you hear it?
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I got an echo. But anyways, that I sent you an invite to music makers or whatever, on Minds or whatever. But it's like with Eclipse, and he has a token within Minds Gaming ecosystem, and it's for like music or whatever. And they're trying to incentivize posting, original content within the group, and then you get a little bit of their token. You can do other things too to get their token, but yeah, they're trying to build that up. Anyways, I was thinking too, because I just hooked up to Gnostic chain, and then checked it that I have like a couple of tech tokens. But if we have like a NFT marketplace that you could buy stuff with the tech tokens, that'd be cool. Like your song or whatever, and buy like your
That would be great. Yeah.
that'd be awesome. Huh? Something like that. It would be something cool to work
Hmm.
towards. I was checking out. I'll send you the link within the vacuum, but like earlier in the week, Letty said something about some NFT thing that's within the ecosystem, but it's just like images. I think like a regular NFT thing. That might be something interesting for us to try out. I was thinking, trying out different things. We could try it, under like Imaginarium and like put a bunch of different things and see what happens. Like Joy Stream next in a couple weeks. I think mainnet And they're already having a couple little bounties, but nothing like. Anyways, the mainnet. So that would be cool to like the stuff that we already have. Post that, and then like I said, like I got like a lot with Imaginarium, so like I think it would be interesting to like do that.
Satorid, is there like file type filters like I'm looking enjoy joy stream?
I
If
don't
so,
know.
could you show it like how you can find just for example music? If
Yeah.
so, I mean,
I don't know. I gotta check it out. I don't know if they have like a filter so you can filter out. But they do when you like upload your thing. You do it by like there's a couple categories. Like I think the main one is like science and technology, entertainment, stuff like that. But yeah, there's a music one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and like that's like kind of what.
create like journeys of art creation,
Yeah.
like more, like some stories behind. It's like all artworks missing metadata, new metadata, like
Hmm.
what you were thinking when you're doing it, or what news you were maybe inspired from,
Yeah.
whatever, you can always attach something new. And yeah, you can start there, then we can create like some NFTs with only music or like bundled with text and whatever.
I don't know exactly how to do it, but I was just thinking of like just creating like just like weird soundscapes, and then like I don't know, maybe it's like later you start building it um, as you collect more of the spore mandalas. I guess it's something similar to that program. How it has like the loop, and then you keep on like adding an instrument or whatever, a different loop into it. That'd be interesting.
Like
Yeah.
sounds I see is like a acoustic environment.
Uh-huh.
Is it like you're somewhere and then you interact with different music sounds, or
Yeah, like different sounds. I would think it would be like it would be a void. It'll be empty, and then when you like enter in your curation or whatever you want to work on, it's like a point, and then like within that point, so like you like so say you do your first spore right, and it's like whatever it is, and so that's your starting point in the vacuum, right, and like
Mhm.
you like once you like mint it or whatever, that becomes like a frequency. So maybe it's just like a small like little echo, just like a small little
Yeah.
vibe. And then when you do something
Yeah.
else, then you have like another one. Then maybe you get something going, and then you got to get other ones from different areas to kind of like maybe it's more like a string instrument or whatever. But at first it's just like a little hum or something, you
well,
know.
when you
Yeah.
mentioned spore, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
like when you mentioned spore and maybe the mushrooms,
Uh huh.
I just thought a bit, hey, like albums, for example, right? They bring songs together, but within a period of time, like as if they meant to, like relate to each other, but they
Mhm.
might not. And in fact, maybe you got some stuff doing now, and then I don't know, 2 months after, and then 1 year after, and then maybe in time you will see like find some relations between them, and but they are not same in the same album. But maybe something
Yeah.
new can mix them, or how do we call them? Like some mix, or but then artist chooses like something.
like
Normally,
collaborative composition or something like that.
Yeah.
Music. Yeah, I think that if we, like trying to create an inverse version of cymatic effect. Like when have you guys seen these videos about cymatics?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
So yeah, first is frequency, and after that it transforms into geometry, right? So how can we do that backwards? Like, because with the spore mandalas we have first the geometry, and now we need what is the sound of that, because it's a real sound.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share a link in the chat so you can so you streamer you can see it. But you got the idea, Satori?
Yeah. I used to like to watch where they would do like sand or whatever over like an amp, essentially, and then you could see like the form of
Exactly.
Like, the sound. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the information became sound.
Yeah, I gotta look it up, and I'll find it because it was a couple years ago. But anyways, there's this algorithm that someone did, and anyways, it's supposed to take anything and like create it into like a form of a sound, a frequency, and then a form of a sound. But anyways, I gotta find that. I'll find that clip. And see if there's like a usable version of that. Just put it in there. We'll see. But something like that.
So yeah, something like
Yeah.
Yeah, to be able to translate those spores into frequency, that would be amazing.
Yeah, it can be by some features, like location of a dot, or like weight of an image, or color of it. Yeah, I mean location, like position of on the screen.
Yeah. I actually think that Tinker Taylor shared something about this. Let me take a look on that. You remember Tinker Taylor shared what I thought it was a software, a program that already make stuff like that. Oh, I shared this video. I just shared with you over there. No, I can't find it. Maybe it's in another.
Oh, I never really find it.
No, I haven't.
Was it essentially an algorithm, or what was it?
Yeah, it is. It is an algorithm that creates this mandala this mandala kind of designs.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, but I will look for it and share it also, so maybe you can make it easier.
Yeah, or maybe we can invite Tinker to the next, So we essentially want to make sound from image, right?
No, that wasn't for that. This I'm talking about, it was just to create mandalas, mandala design. Yeah,
okay,
it
but
wasn't.
after that, we want to make song too, or I thought.
Yeah, that will be amazing. To be able to create sound also from that sound that really translate that the frequency created by that spore mandala, and also color to be applied in a way like translating the real frequency is being playing.
Then I might be interested in using the algorithm and then creating a music with it, because for generating image there is another tool we can make use of called processing, and knowing like which pixels on the screen gonna be filled, and we can shape anything like, hey, write this to there. I mean, if that's some data we can get from the algorithm, which is so it is should be algorithm that writes to a screen something, paints it. So I'll check it.
But it's not based on the frequency, right? On the specific frequency.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a complex issue there. to make it real, because that's how well, at least until we can see, reality is built. Like frequency, geometry, volume, depth,
but
so
from what is it? Just generating its own or based on some data? I mean, I'm trying to solve that part.
I see.
Is random or deterministic?
The data will be like to identify where in the pattern created it's that frequency, that specific frequency. So the algorithm can choose that part and translate to a node, also assign a node to that specific part, which is in a specific color and also in a specific frequency that matches that.
Match those with distribution.
Yeah.
Sorry?
We already got the basic layout of the what we call concealance matrix, right? And that gives coordinates and assigned to a color, and then just
that sounds actually something to start with.
Yeah.
Like you can.
Yeah, of course. I mean in the future, for the future, projecting into the future. But yeah, that would be really cool to have.
Could you share it, Satorid? May I have a look again to the matrix?
Yeah. Let me find it.
Let's say we're iterating on something that's like on the scale of these, ratios. Multiplied by 2, 3, or any coefficient, but maybe not all multiplied. There will be like volume or 3D sense. Anyways, maybe all going on similar scales. So like you gotta think like, okay, we are iterating on some data, and then we tell code to behave in a certain way when they know in some part in that matrix, for example.
Yeah.
Like, let's say we start like, we can write notes instead of those numbers, essentially.
Sure.
should be able to at the end, map some one node or like some list of nodes in each slot maybe,
Yeah.
and play them, like as they are, and then return some color with those or something like that, or the other way around, like if there's such color and value is around, like for example in the middle 4.2 and 4.3.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we are working on in the first iteration. Let's say we go like Fibonacci. In
Yeah.
first iteration, our numbers are like as they are, one time of all these. Second is multiplied with 2, all of them, and then with 3, with 5, with 8. We got
Mm-hmm.
like such, you know, um, intervals that are based on Fibonacci numbers, for example, and then in
Yeah.
those areas we can make it decide in some way. I mean, we will select something maybe randomly or not. It will just map something to the other, but they will be a bit different, like tones, or
Mm-hmm.
when we can choose something in a larger, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think you will understand my idea better when you see the cymatic video, because it explains perfectly what I mean. Maybe we can watch it here also.
One question. Do you think you can maybe come up with something of um like flower like this, but maybe some more like emotions, it gives.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or even from these ones, we can see like which are relating to which emotions, you know. I mean, with emotions,
Mm-hmm.
uh, can uh, maybe help translation from artworks to these, petals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, it's a little abstract, right?
Maybe, yeah, like, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, yeah, like when you look at it, I mean, industrial and systems engineering. I mean, what is that? Like, what's color of that, like, or what is sound of it? So, like, that's like nobody knows. But we're gonna use this stuff as some, you know, some experimentation.
Sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Sounds great. We can do
Yeah.
that. We can do that. But yeah, let me see if I can share this. I'm gonna share my screen. So
Yeah.
so here it is. Are you watching?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they. This is what happens. They project a certain frequency to the plate, and the plate generates uh, these geometric patterns. So what I was thinking is to make it out backwards, because we generate first the geometry with the algorithm, and then we will create the sound of it.
Yeah, but for this you need to observe like how they shape. Maybe something like
We would need let's do a mandala for each like quadrant of the flower. You know what I mean? So like each quadrant will represent the quadrant, and then like how those sounds would be. Yeah, that's kind of like what I was thinking about, like the soundscape, and yeah, I don't know. Like in the sense, like those first initial like shapes is like the tuning fork for your area within the vacuum, right? Yeah, something like that, right? And
yeah, it could be something. Yeah, because I'm pretty much sure that those mandalas almost sound like like a single tone, like something like that.
Yeah.
Resonance. When there is resonance, they just stop.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I think no. Yeah, maybe they're defining resonance as some shapes, you know? Like
yeah. But
so yeah, like there is a function that converges to that values, you know, not like immediately finding it, but we gotta give like some totally like some that all around functions. So like functions are, you know, artworks, or artworks become functions. Well, in really like when coding music, that's the thing. But when you're reading from image, then you can say you need to use image processing, like similar shapes.
But yeah, it makes it all more complex.
Really like however you want to write the filter, you know. I will check that. It's a Fourier transformation at one side, but should be able to just tell it like how to interpret those, you know, like what it should do if found two similar stuff, or like let's say it's reading it, how it should read. Maybe you will only use one pointer that goes like one row, then you know next, but maybe there will be like 4 pointers in our case, like enters from corners, you know, and then interprets that way, like there is always some symmetry and stuff, or 8 corners, I don't know, like corner but like side.
And these I just shared a couple of things that I will already share with you guys, but yeah, what you're saying is almost this, you know, like first these musical note colors correspondence in the visible spectrum of light, and after that you were saying about the almost the vortex math or the enneagram, that each point represents a note in it. So maybe we can combine those two aspects.
Actually, if you could write something like a description or showing the image like this corresponds to that, for starters, we can, you know, start reading a file, or we can create some image file, like we can generate it from data or song, but how would you really? Yeah, that depends. You're writing some function that will take your song and produce some values, for example. Or if that's an image, we will again like give it to a function and say, hey, like with this function take every dots like information in every pixel we can give it,
Yeah, assign a certain value for it.
Yeah.
Color wise and frequency wise. It will probably would lead us to create stuff from the vacuum in some point, That's why I'm insisting in use the the real values, the real principles of like the dance of nature, because in some point we will be able to give life to words, right? Am I so a little bit crazy? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put in some of this stuff. So like basic patterns, I guess, of like the quadrants, and I guess it's just kind of lining them up and hopefully getting close enough. I think that's like the later is like fine tuning that, which should be interesting.
The colored ones are made with water. Those are crazy. I love those. They project they project the frequency into into water. Yeah, and after that they put some light on it. Right? So they get the color from it. It's really nice.
Okay, I found something.
Yeah, could you share it? I haven't seen, I guess.
We're sharing it in the chat, Primerdy.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah.
I found one with it says piano notes first octave.
Yeah, nice. That one's
There we
Look
go.
at all these. Yeah, something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But real, like from the whatever image we get from the words of the people.
Yeah, totally. And I think there was this one recent someone did like a list of different things, but hopefully I'll probably bring it up on Wednesday. But that we kind of have the ones that we already have in Omega Collective creation, and then we do a couple of mandalas of those to represent those what we have in that thread. Because like there's like three, or maybe I'll make a good one of what I want to put in that I shared in there. Even that one that I shared recently with Douglas Rushkoff, that was kind of cool too.
Sorry, I didn't get why.
In Omega Collective Curation, we have like people like suggesting of like different books we find meaningful and why, and so there's like different like curations in there. So like meaning I'll take out the ones that I put in there and then like broadly correspond that with the matrix and then give you a couple words to represent that as a mandala.
Yeah, sure. Just send it to me. Yeah. I'll make it very quickly.
Hey, I got an idea.
Yeah? What were you going to say?
Yeah, may I? Yeah, I think we can. Wait a sec. I gotta show this to you guys.
Yeah.
There's something like really like this, you know. You start drawing some mandala, you know, you just make something and make a mandala.
Oh yeah.
And imagine those things. This is actually this app, you know. You can say, hey, you give that some notes, and we can just print one way, and it will probably do it from 4 ways, just like this. Whatever you make at the end, it becomes
Yeah.
some mandala, you know.
Sure.
We can say like, hey, maybe it will iterate like from top to, you know, it will go like this, some song, and come like this, here, something, something like that.
Yeah.
And maybe there is like silence, then it goes like this, and that's something, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
let me take this one. It's quite yeah, like, and we can change the colors, give different colors, like those can, hey, like, let's say we wanna fill this in a, I don't know, it could be just our some function that, you know, creates something, you know. But I was thinking of like a equalizer of a song, or like how it was in a, you know, like, I don't know. I think that's more like it's volume, but not only. Like,
Yeah. The only thing is that we will be working with already, you know, like shapes that were already made. So yeah, that's cool.
yeah, I would totally like, yeah, because like that's a behavior, you know. You can say
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hey, when there is bass, you should do like something like this, or when it is this instrument, you go with these ones. You can make like, mandala from songs, like, so easy.
Yeah.
I don't know who made what, but I will give this a try, because it's already writing, building some mandala on the screen, and I think can yeah, like, look, we can just change this code and it will behave differently, you know.
Yeah. Sure.
Right now it is like based on touch, move, and stuff event, but uh, we will just simulate it, you know.
Yeah.
Or like, because of, yeah, that one, it knows like, hey, there is an event and where it happens, X and Y, right? It gets it from like our, you know, mouse control. You can imagine this like, hey, wow, like whatever you list you give, and that list will be based on the song, so it will just paint in those as if song is writing, like touching to the screen, not you, you know, like song data. It says like, hey, touch here and make something like that, and then it will just listen the song end. When it ends, it will stop.
Yeah.
Oh, we can make that. It sounds like sequel.
Yeah, sounds great.
I like when it is like the circular, like it's really something like, I don't know, Avengers or something like Iron Man, yeah, like, yeah, this likes, yeah, atom, right? Atomic, not
Yeah,
proton.
yeah. Subatomic particles.
Yeah, like